Now this will come in handy.
Okay, so as promised, we're at level 85, almost level 86. This is just an update on the build and its current state and basically where I'm going to go next with it. So to start with the passive tree, I dropped all these projectile nodes over here and here, and we basically just doubled down on crit chance and crit damage. So as you can see, we filled out some crit here and here, and we got these as well. This is mainly just for bossing, really. Your flasks, you know, you can manipulate them so they're up most of the time while you're mapping, but I haven't really had an issue mapping the way I'm mapping right now, which is not really being concerned about having any flask effect up 24/7. And you know, it's okay. It's not a big issue. But for bosses, I try to keep the flask up as much as possible, and I really just do that through mana. Sometimes I'll just stand there and sort of burn through my mana like this, so that I can get the push and running, and sort of keep it up as much as possible. But really, so far, it hasn't been that much of an issue. So if needed, I could really drop these 3 nodes and just get more crit damage somewhere else. The other thing I've sort of filled out is more evasion over here. There was a plan to go acrobatics, but I've sort of given up on that just because the build feels okay as it is right now in terms of tankiness. We have Wind Ward, so 30% less damage taken basically because we have 10 stacks to Tailwind. And beyond that, we have 73% evasion right now. And really, the main reason we gave up on it is because I traded away some of the evasion to get more spirit on my gear. So I have 52 spirit from my chest piece and 46 spirit from my amulet. This is probably not the most efficient way to build this. It's probably much better to drop the spirit and instead just get crit chance, crit damage on your amulet instead, or just focus on evasion for your chest piece. Try to get something like 2500 evasion or more. But this is basically what I've done. Just it sort of makes the play style more interesting to me. And Eye of Winter sounds fun, like when it comes out, especially when you get 3 or 4 of them coming out at once, and it's on top of something like a Breach or Delirium. I just like the way it sounds, and so far the build has been okay. If there ever is an issue where I need to sort of drop Eye of Winter, drop Cast on Crit, then I'll proceed to do so. But for now, I'm keeping it in there just because it's more fun. Sure, it's not the most optimal thing, but it is more fun for now. The other thing that I will probably be changing on the tree, maybe it's just for fun. I did put 5, or I think I have 6 of these actually, jewels for additional projectiles when forking. This, it might be worth just dropping these all for more crit damage. I haven't really played around with it much, but that's an option as well. I don't really know how it'll feel when all these are dropped. I haven't done it yet, but that's something that I may or may not do in the future as well. But like I said, so far the build feels okay, so I'm not going to be making any of these changes. I'm just going to keep playing as it is. Even the map that I was playing on, it has Deadly Evolution on it as well, and I've been running Deadly Evolution ever since I got here on the tree maybe 1 or 2 characters ago, and for Bonestorm, it just hasn't been an issue. It rarely ever dies in maps, I think. Moving on to gear, there haven't been that many changes. Really, just these 2 items that have more spirit on them. Other than that, I've gotten crit chance on my helmet and crit damage on my gloves. And really, that's about it. Everything else is just sort of changing these ruins around to get more resistances. Every time I change basically an item, I just grab more and more resist, I balance my resist around those new items. And yeah, that's really it item wise. Still using the same shield, still using the same wand. There hasn't really been any changes for that. Definitely improvements can be made on the shield and the wand. Gem wise, my Bonestorm still sitting exactly the same. The real new change is just the Cast on Crit Eye of Winter. And then I'm just using impetus, inspiration, and energy retention on this. Like I said, mainly there for fun, but the critical weakness on hit is helpful as well. Because right now our Bonestorm is sitting at just 66% crit chance, which isn't bad because of how many projectiles are going out, right? Like with 20 projectiles plus all that forking and chaining and whatnot that's happening. So other than that, we have Soul Offerings here. I still don't ever use it, but it's there. Combat Frenzy for the power charges, same as before. Flame Wall, which I often forget to press. Frost Wall, which I also often forget to press. So, these 2 really can be taken out. Don't really matter. I have Vulnerability, which I use actually quite a bit for bosses. Sniper's Mark, I also forget to press. So, should just really take that out as well. And then, of course, we have Ghost Dance with Clarity and Fast Forward, and I think I have Cannibalism and Combat Frenzy. And that's really it for the build. I'm just going to keep playing it the way it is. It's doing fine. Tier 15, 16, or 17 maps. With that extra plus 1 or 2 modifiers to rare mobs, as well as just really running any... I'm not filtering any of my maps according to, can this map be done or not be done. I just throw everything into the map device and run it anyways. And yeah, I haven't had a problem with it. I don't think this is a terribly expensive build. The only really expensive item I have is this, just because it gives you spirit. Take off the spirit and you could probably get something like this for much cheaper. And yeah, that's the build for now. I'll just keep playing it and keep running it through the endgame stuff. And yeah, that's really it for now.